Myself, Professor Pawar VK from Department of Geography, J.A.T Art, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon. On behalf of this video presentation, I welcome you all. In China, during Cultural Revolution and in Russia in the Stalinist era, World Bank estimates that since 1990, every year about 10 million people have been displaced worldwide by developmental projects for a variety of reasons. For example, in India, if you see that during the last 50 years, around 25 million people have been displaced due to the developmental projects. The developmental projects may be in terms of water conservation. Dams have physically displaced over 40 million people all over the world. The report of World Commission of Dams 2000 concluded that improvement and disimprovement have been the rule rather than the exception with respect to resettled people around the world. The report provides specific recommendations to national governments, NGOs, and non-government organizations may also involve in this, affected people's organizations, private sectors, funding agencies, and development banks on all social aspects of large dam projects, including displacement and resettlement. When people leave an area, they leave behind many environmental problems such as abandoned agricultural land and demolished habitats. Migration of such population also causes several environmental problems in the new areas into which they move. There are large refugee camps which lack basic amenities at many places in the world. Now, these camps have become permanent settlements. In many other cases, the refugees upset the environmental balance of the area by making unsustainable demands on the natural resources. Unless more countries become globalized and offer better opportunities to refugees, the environmental degradation will continue. The next subunit of today's video is issues related to displacement, resettlement, and rehabilitation. The majority of displacements and their follow resettlements and rehabilitation programs involving large population have taken place in the population dense developing nations because of massive development projects undertaken in these countries, financed by foreign and international agencies. There are some major issues faced by displaced population. So, what are the issues? We'll see in details. First issue is, one of the major issues is the loss of identity and the loss of intimate link between the people and the environment they lived. The age-old traditional knowledge inherited in indigenous people towards the respect of nature and natural resources is also lost. Second reason is their families are splitted, during which women are the worst affected. There is also loss of kinship systems, social and cultural functions, and folk songs and folk dances. Number third is the tribals who are already economically poor are usually the most affected among the displaced populations. Displacement further increases their poverty due to loss of home or habitat, land, jobs, and lack of proper access to their common property assets by rehabilitators. Number fourth reason is in being ignorant with the market policies and trends, displaced people in modern economic setup get alienated in cash compensation whatever they get. Number 5, the land acquisition laws, which are not site specific, often ignore the community ownership of the property, which is an inbuilt system among tribals, and thus tribal lose their communitarian basis of economic and cultural existence, feeling like fish out of water.